Good morning. Well, I've only gone and done another thing. Yeah, gone slightly off-piste, if that's the word, and took the interior out of my car to do a little job on the fuel and brake line clips. Basically, the little studded threads were rotten. So while I was there, I thought, well, why not treat myself to a new interior? Because I was going to trim mine in leather, but look at that. Isn't that lovely? Some of you might have seen this for sale on the Facebook groups. It was up for sale on Vectra GSI Enthusiast page, and it was just too good to turn down. So they are Vectra B rear seats, and they are Astra J VXR front seats. So the front seats in good nick. There's a little bit of something going on there, but I have a friend who says he can help me out with that. Take this piece out. But the rear seats, the rear bench and the Vectra B seats, and they've been trimmed in the exact same material as the Astra J. So yeah, matching, look great. So it is inside. That amp's going. I've got a new amp to power me bass box when I finally get around to modifying it. I know, I should be doing the underneath of the car and not fanning around with the inside, but rear electric windows now as well. They're all fitted, but yeah, I just had to do this. And plus, it gives me a chance to get, there's all filler dust there from when I had a paint job years ago. Tobacco down there, not from me. Yeah, so I had the carpets up the other day and welded some studs in the floor. Yeah, it's not bad. The carpet's in good shape anyway, so while the seats are out, get all this vacuumed. Do you know what? Right, so I've had a good vacuum in here. It's come up nice, and I've also wiped down all the plastics. They've come up not too bad. One thing that's always annoyed me with this interior is this B-pillar trim here. It is sticky. It's gone like all weird. Don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but it's always been like that. And I've had the car 16 years this year. So if anyone's got any ideas, well, if you got one, the driver's side's all right. It's fine. It's just that passenger one. Very strange. So, right, let's get the back seats in. Start with them, eh? Quite easy to fit the seats actually. Only a couple of bolts here. There's these ones out. So there's just that bracket there, bolts to the floor, and across the back of the seat, there's a little hinge here with a couple of Torx bolts. I think what I have to do is sort of put them in together, if I remember rightly. Definitely getting too old for this, like. .21mm sockets, the seatbelt anchor. There we go. So the top one's done. I just need to get my seatbelt anchor out the loft, so put it away with the back seats. Just hooks on there. That one hooks on there, just keeps the leather taut or fabric, whichever is the case. Look, dirt on me friggin' mats already. OCD. So yeah, they're all locking in place. Just check they're torqued up. Yeah. Yeah. Don't they look nice? Right, let's get the bases in. Base is simple. Literally, just the pin goes through with a little circlip. 2 seconds, they'll be done. So I've had a little clean up of the runners, stripped them all down and lubed all the ball bearings up on both of the seats. Yeah, so they're all nice and good. So what I'll need to do now is these seatbelt anchoring points. Bit of a problem. When Phil had them in his car, apparently the airbag light was on because obviously they're not plugged into the Vectra seatbelt anchoring point. That's off the Vectra GSI seats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fit these onto there. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, I think. So, and then once they're plugged in to the loom, I shouldn't have any airbag lights. Well, I won't have any airbag lights, but just whether or not they fit on here and still fit in the car okay, because they're a big seat. What I might have to do is, you see the angle of the dangle on there, might have to try and straighten that up maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Right, let's try and get these fitted. Goodbye. Should be okay. The only thing is, on the Vectra B, they have a bracket which it's like a thin bar, bit of round bar, tiny, thin, and it's just curls around, bends and goes into there. So you slot them in and then you anchor them. So what I can do is, I'm not going to do it today because I haven't got any, but I'll have to get a bit of bar and then weld it, shape it so I want it, and then just weld it onto the bit of the runner, because it's only that bit that moves. So this bit I can anchor, but it's just whether or not this all fits in the car okay. So it's very close to that mechanism there. We shall see. Let's get it tight anyway. That's on and it's tight. I'll feed that wire under the seat where it needs to go. I'll have to get tie wrapped to the bar underneath the mechanism. Yeah, it should work. Only one way to find out. Bloody big buggers. We're stuck on. So let's put a steering wheel in the way. Ooh, I think I might get away with it. Should slide on, he says. Let's put a bolt in the back of that. The front runner's in nice. It's just this other one. It's good, but it's not right. Right. Something's not right there. Needs to come further back. And bleeding everywhere. Right, passenger side. See if I have a look at this one. There we go. And we don't have any holes lining up. Why? Lovely. Right. Hopefully I'll get some holes lining up now. Seat's too far back. Right. Holes lining up. Winner, winner. That's the passenger one in. And it's comfy. Spot on that. Yeah. Fits nice. Just got to secure the seat belts to the bottom of the seat. There is an anchoring point. So, and then that'll just plug into the original Vectra seatbelt pre-tensioner. Oh God, Rizzler, that's tight. Don't know what it is, it sounds different. Strange. Anyway, that's one done. Slidey, slidey. If you don't want to sit in the back, you're all right. Yeah, spot on there. Lovely. Right, need to sort this out. Don't know what's going on with that seat, but it won't slide back. So let's take it back out again. So I got it in finally. Doesn't it look good? Still got to anchor the the bottom of the seatbelt to it, but don't they look smart? Let me know what you think. Should I have kept the original ones in, GSI seats, and got them trimmed in leather? Or was it worth getting these, which, ready to rock and roll? Bit of faffing around. The issue with the runner was my fault. Was I took it apart. I took all the bearings out and greased them all up. I just didn't set them in the right place, but yeah. I mean, the gap is tight there. I mean, I'm 6'1". Used to be 6'2", so that's my driving position. Yeah, they take up a lot of room, but still fit people in the back. That just needs tightening up down the bottom where that seatbelt anchor is. It's also the pivot of the seat. That one's tight, excuse me. Back ones look plush. Lovely stuff. Just need to do the door cards now. Once again, I've got it all done just in the nick of time, so I'm losing daylight, but yeah, I think they look fantastic. A definite upgrade, and I made up the Vectra B seatbelt pretensioners fitted. I've still got to do a modification on that, but I need to get a thin bit of like bar, very thin bar, but strong, and just talking about this. They're solid, they're not going anywhere, but just to make it as it should be, as per OEM. And you know, they're there to do a thing, aren't they? Safety. So, oh, I've got something else as well. Oh, yeah, it is tight. It's the nuts that. I've also got this for the hydro dipped carbon effect, which I think looks better than the silver. So I'm getting rid of the silver, but I want to keep them just in case. And the steering wheel, that's going. It's mint, but me being me, I like to be different. And all this trim, I've got some second-hand ones there, bought off one of the lads on the group. So I'm not destroying my ones or doing anything to them. They're getting safe because they're mint. So I'm going to get them done in carbon as well. I might even get the steering wheel carbon with a flat bottom, but it'll be a custom one nevertheless. So yeah, let me know what you think. Have I done the right thing? Have I done the wrong thing? But the car's modified anyway, isn't it? So, and it's how I want it to be. It's not about being purist, you know, OEM and all that. I'm not into that. It's boring. It's nice for some cars, but this car, you know, I paid 600 quid for it back in 2010 with no engine, well, with a knackered engine. And I've put several engines in it over the years, 2.5s, 3 litre, as you know, and I'm now the 2 litre turbo, so it's undergone a few transformations over the years. But yeah, right, that's it for this week, or for today anyway. Thanks for watching.
You see, a genius uses his madness, and a madman uses his genius, destruct. You see, a genius uses his madness, construct, and a madman uses his genius, destruct.